you're new to my channel, you don't know what time it is. But if you've been here before, you definitely know. You definitely know. It is X to B's listener time, boys and girls. Let me tell you. My Todoroki X to B's listener got to like 300 views, and I'm just like, ciao. I have 20 something subscribers. I'm a little shook. I'm shocked. But I won't keep. I have some announcements at the end of the video, so if you would like to stay and listen to that, then go for it. But if you don't, then leave, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. But I guess like the video. But oh yeah, this is Shinso, XFU's listener. And yeah. So I have announcements at the end of the video, but I'll start the video now. Let's get into it. Your POV. You had just walked out of the class 1A dorms. It was about 3 in the morning. You weren't supposed to be out this late, but you needed time to calm down. Shinso's POV. It was another restless night because of my insomnia. I was sitting there on my balcony until I saw her. I had just got transferred into class 1A. The first flashback. The first day Shinso was transferred. I had just been transferred to class 1A, and I was about to walk into my classroom, and then I heard Monomoa. Oh, if it isn't the villain boy, the one and only with the villain quirk. I was about to say something, but then I heard her voice. You're one to fucking talk. I turned around to see YN. I didn't know her. She had just transferred from a different school. I didn't know what she was talking about. Your quirk is literally copying other people's quirks. You're just mad because you know you're gonna end up as his sidekick one day, probably. You have no chance of being a real hero. And if you want to talk about villains, you should look in the mirror, asshole. She said before she walked into the classroom. I looked at Monomoa and he stood there shocked. I didn't say anything. I just walked into the classroom after her. You repeat. End of flashback. Shinso's POV. I might have had a bit of a crush on her. She was cute, and she would always stand up for me if anyone was talking about my quirk. She would always say it's the coolest thing ever and how I could beat anyone in a second if I needed to. She found it interesting and intriguing and so cool. She told me that all the time. She also told me not to listen to anyone because my quirk was amazing. She really helped me see the good in my quirk. I was curious on why she was out so late. We weren't supposed to leave the dorms past curfew. I saw her sit on a bench in the courtyard. She looked upset, so I figured I could talk to her. Your POV. You had just gotten a phone call from the hospital that your mother had died. Your mother had been in the hospital since you were 9 with cancer. After your mother had left, then your father got abusive, hitting you, degrading you every single day. You begged and pleaded for your mother to come back. But now that you got the phone call, you knew that she wasn't coming back. You knew that you would never come home from school and smell the amazingness of her cooking. You knew you would only come home to beer bottles flying at you and yet the screaming of your father. You felt a hand on your shoulder that made you jump. You were standing there You were sitting on the bench, and you had backed away a little. You looked up to see a lavender-haired boy. You knew it was Shinso, your crush. You had liked him. You had liked him since you knew who he was. You found his quirk absolutely amazing, and he was really nice. No one would really talk to him because they were all scared of his quirk, but that didn't really apply to you. You thought he was super cool, and you weren't worried about him using his quirk on you. You didn't think it was a villain quirk whatsoever. You found his quirk amazing. Oh my god, Shinso, you scared me, he said with a smile. Shinso's POV. I saw the tear stains on her cheeks, and her eyes were red and puffy. I knew she had been crying. I wasn't sure why, though. Why are you crying? I stated simply. Oh, what are you talking about? I'm not crying. You were, I said reassuringly. You're a POV. You thought to yourself about how Shinso knew you so well. It slightly irritated you. I don't want you to pity me, you stated. He sat down next to you. Your eyes immediately went to his arms. He had been working hard in training, so he had built up quite a bit of muscle. He noticed you staring. You realized you could feel the smirk on his face, which annoyed you. You rolled your eyes and looked away. You looked up at the sky. My mom died. You stated. Shinso's POV. Once I had heard that, I had just brought her into a hug. I wasn't really thinking. The air just turned on. I'm sorry. I had brought her into a hug. I wasn't really thinking, but I didn't know what else to do. Julie was always smiling. Fuck, I just used my fucking name. Shit. Wyan was always smiling. And her not smiling wasn't really an option. I brought her into a hug. I felt my shoulders starting to get wet, and I heard quiet sobs. She's gone. She's never coming back. She can't save me again anymore. I don't want her to be gone. I need her. I don't. She sobbed into my shoulder, her sobs getting louder. I just rubbed her back and whispered sweet nothings into her ear, like it would be okay and that I would always be here for her. I didn't know what she meant by her mom saving her. I pulled her out of the hug and looked at her. I took my sleeve and I wiped her tears. I grabbed her cheeks. What do you mean, your mom saving you? You're a POV. You realized that you had slipped up and that you had said something that you probably shouldn't have. You shook your head. No, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just being over dramatic. You were cut off by that cold look in Shinso's eyes. It was worry, but it was also a bit of anger. Tell me what you meant. You do everything you do it on purpose. We both know this, he said to you. I can't tell you. I don't want your pity, and I can't tell you. You said, your voice getting hoarse from all the crying and screaming that you had been doing. He put his forehead against yours, which you quickly became a blushing mess. Tell me, he said to you. If you don't, I'll use my quirk on you. I don't want to, but I will. My father, you said as you backed away from him. You scooted back on the bench, bringing your knees to your chest, wrapping your arms around yourself. My father, he's a bit abusive. Shinso's eyes widened at your statement. Let's go inside. It's cold. You can tell me the rest when we get inside. He said, Shinso's POV. I saw her shivering, and I knew that I had to take her inside. I wanted to hear the full story. All she said was that he was a bit abusive. She nodded her head, and we walked back into the dorms. I led her to my dorm, and she sat on my bed. She yawned. It started when I was 9. My family used to be normal, she said to me. We were happy. It was just me, my mom, and my dad. And then my mom was diagnosed with cancer. That's when it started. What started? Shinso said to you. Your eyes started to well with tears, and you began to hug yourself, your nails digging into the side of your body. So you didn't cry. You didn't want to cry in front of Shinso. You didn't like crying in general, but especially not in front of him. Shinso's POV. I realized what she was doing, and I quickly walked over to her and grabbed her hands, lifting up her shirt slightly to see old and new scars. Some of them were bleeding. Why do you do this to yourself? I said as I looked at her side. She just backed away from me. Because I'm broken, Jinso. I'm broken. And I want help, but I don't want favors. I'm not asking for them. And I want someone to save me, but no one's ever gonna save me. And now that my mom's gone, I have to live with an abusive bastard every moment of my fucking life. He hits me all the time. When I go home for holidays, it gets worse. He will never stop. He'll always be there. You begin to cry. Your arms wrapping around your legs, bringing your knees to your chest, and you cried in your legs. Shinso took your hand, lifting up your face. He wiped your tears again. Hey, I'm here, and I won't let anyone touch you. Why, and you mean so much to me. I can't ever imagine someone hurting you. He said to you as he pulled you onto his chest. You cuddled into his chest, you both still sitting up. A yawn escaped your mouth. I'm so tired, Hitoshi. You mumbled. Shinso quickly became a blushing mess at you saying his first name. Mind if I sleep here? You said to him. Of course not, kitten. He said back to you. You blushed at him calling you that. You both laid down and got into the covers, cuddling into each other. Sorry. Hitoshi, you said in a tired tone. He let out a soft hum and looked down at you. Please don't leave me. Please don't let him hurt me anymore. You said to him as you cuddled into his chest. Of course not, kitten, he said back as he placed a kiss on your forehead. You both fell asleep. You had woken up to the next morning to a knock at the door. Shinso's POV. It was Saturday. It was around 9 in the morning. We didn't have classes today. I was so warm when I woke up, and then I realized that Lion was on my chest. I looked down at her and gave her a soft smile. I then heard a knock at my door. It was Izuku. Hey! Hitoshi! Shinso, have you seen Lion? She wasn't in her dorm this morning. My eyes widened. I was annoyed. This was the first time I had gotten a good night's sleep in a while. No, I haven't seen her. She's okay though, I yelled back. Then I heard Uraraka on the other side of the door. Oh my god, she's totally in there, she squeaked. I groaned as I felt Lion move. She began to wake up, and then my door opened. I saw all of the Lucky Squad, plus Mina, taking pictures for blackmail purposes. Of course. Uraraka was squealing. Deku looked a bit shocked. Ito began to yell at us for sleeping in the same room. He said how it was inappropriate. Lion was fully awake at this point and had quickly jumped off of me. You're POV. Get out! You yelled at them. They all looked at you slightly shocked, knowing the fact that you weren't really big on yelling or violence. I will get Bakugo to blast your asses to the moon. Get out! You yelled at them as you pushed them out of the dorm. You then slammed the door and walked back to Hitoshi, getting back into bed with him, cuddling back into him. Fucking extras, you mumbled. Fucking extras, you mumbled. God, you sound like Bakugo, Shinso said to you. You smacked his arm. Don't compare me to that angry Pomeranian, you said. Aren't you friends with that angry Pomeranian? Shinso said back. Yeah, but still, I don't want to be compared to him. Have you seen him? And that temper of his. Boy. Whew, you said. You both chuckled and cuddled back up together. Are we dating? You said. You mumbled as you watched the movie. As you watched the live action version of Mulan with Shinso. Well, yeah, obviously. He stated like it was the most obvious thing in the world. But you didn't even ask me out. You said back, would you have... Even if I did ask you out, you wouldn't have said no. He said to you. You rolled your eyes and got out of bed. I'll be going back to my dorm now. He pulled you into his lap and began to spoon you. He whispered in your ear, you're not going anywhere, kid. And that's it for this. There you guys go. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will link 2 people down below. Definitely go check them out. I kind of don't remember their usernames. I probably should have wrote them down. But still, definitely go check them out because they show me so much love and support. And one of them is the one that actually gave me an idea for this video. The idea for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. The suicide hotline and the sexual assault hotline will be in the description along with my, what is it called? My Instagram. Let me know who else you want. I will be coming out with the part 2 of Kirishima X Bakugo's little sister. That will be my next video out. And, please excuse me if I don't post for a couple of days. I just got a new English teacher, and this woman wants to give me 5 pages of homework and a whole paper to write by tomorrow. And I did 1 page of homework. Well, when this comes out, she wants me to do it by today, but she wants me to get it done by Monday, okay? And like, this bitch is annoying. So I didn't do any of it, and now I'm gonna go do that right now because why not? Of course, after I film the part 2 of Bakugo X Kirishima's sister, and my Hawks video, and my Shinso X Neku listener. I try to pre-film on the weekends, but it doesn't really work, cause I just don't do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and someone asked me to live stream Among Us, so I probably do that at some point. I'm popping my fingers right now. So, I'll probably do that at some point. Yeah. But I'll do that when I get time, so probably next weekend. Or sometime this week, actually, because I only have 2 classes tomorrow, and then, yeah. So, I'll get it done for you guys, I promise, but I hope you guys enjoy this video, baby chicken nuggets. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you would like to be my child, because yes, I adopt you once you hit the subscribe button. I have like 23 children at this point, and I'm a single mom with 23 kids. But I want more, so bring it on. I hope you guys enjoy it, and make sure you like this video if you feel like it. Make sure you subscribe if you would like to. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hitoshi Shinso for the motherfucking win. Boop, boop. Even though I sent for Tekiyami, I didn't say anything. I love that man. Does that like, I don't know, he's a bird. But he still, like, has, like, one of the best personalities on the show. So does Mr. Aizawa. And, yeah. There's one more person I sent for, and I'm trying to remember his frickin' name. And, like, literally he's half of my camera roll, so I don't know why I can't remember it. Whatever. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys so much. And, yeah. Make sure you go check out the people in the description. They're so nice and they show me so much love. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Bye!